Uh, hey guys. So I think this is gonna be part 12 of my ThroneBreaker series. Yeah, I don't like to talk much, so let's get started. Uh, we're continuing in Maracam, where like last time we helped out two of the clansmen, and this time like one of our objectives is to kill a dragon which we wounded earlier. Uh, let's look at the map again. So I don't know where we are. Oh, sorry, I was doing the other. Uh, so we are here, and like this is I think where the dragon is. Yeah. So let's first go towards the dragon. Let's complete all these objectives, and then I think we head down. Let's talk to this guy first.
Ah! Oh! Ah! That stings. Got a blow on it a little.
Poor guy.
Trust a boarhead, and what do you get? A singed bahookie. Brown, red, gold. Every dragon's a right bastard.
I don't know what he said in the second.
Wait! I'm coming with ye! Gonna beat that scaly bastard so hard he'll shoot fire out his arse!
Hey. Yeah, one more person to recruit. One might say. Let's go slay the dragon.
Keltalis' lair was indeed impossible to miss, as would stand to reason, for any space capable of containing a dragon must be enormous. The lair's maw, a black triangle cut out of a vast plain of snow, loomed from afar. Confirming the dragon's presence was the powerful odor emanating from it, one of sulfur and blood.
Well then,
Gascon said,
ready to become a legendary dragon slayer?
So why not?
My father oft said, never should you count pelts till the hunt is through.
Meve said, dismounting her horse.
It's all the more true when you hunt dragons. He's wounded, yes, but one puff of flame, and we shall be not legends, but corpses. Leave all thoughts of foolhardy bravery behind.
The Lyrians crept across the dragon's threshold. They walked single file, shields raised, watched by bats hanging from the ceiling. Keltalis lay curled up on a bed of diamonds and gold coins turned red from his blood. Seeing how he strained merely to lift his massive head, Meve knew the dragon no longer posed any threat.
Come to finish what your poison began?
The monster croaked hoarsely.
Fine. Do it then.
Keltalis turned over, exposing his vulnerable underbelly, and waited calmly for the fatal blow.
Not fun if you let me do it. Talk to it.
Wait,
Meve said, dropping her sword.
what poison?
Keltalis laughed while squeezing his bleeding side in pain.
So they didn't tell you? Lousy munchkins.
Hey! Watch your tongue!
Gabor yelled.
Sides! I didn't ken anything about it.
Keltalis looked the Lyrians over mistrustfully with his snake-like eyes, then began to tell his tale.
So I think they poisoned the dragon. Let's see what happens.
The caravan Meve had met on the road was different to the others. This time, Keltalis's meat had been pickled in a special brine, one spiked with poison. As the dragon lay curled up in pain, Ferenc dwarves entered his lair and smashed his eggs.
So if I understand correctly,
Meve interrupted.
you're female.
Correct. Same as you.
As if on command, all Lyrian eyes turned to Gabor.
Don't you look at me! We didn't peek under his, its tail.
If I may,
Reynard interjected.
these revelations about Keltalis's sex are undeniably fascinating. But I'm more curious why the Ferences stooped to such a dishonorable deed.
That's easy enough to guess.
Meve said.
They were afraid the dragon would soon demand more tribute to feed its young. So they decided to strike preemptively.
A wise and noble deed.
Ache cried.
Evil must always be nipped in the bud.
To the Ferences' misfortune, they delivered too small a dose of poison. Infuriated at the sight of the broken eggs, the dragon gathered its strength and flew to the nearest town. Meve saw for herself what happened then. And now it was up to her to decide how this story would end. The dragon had killed dozens, perhaps even hundreds, but had been provoked first by the dwarves' heartless cruelty. Did it thus deserve death or mercy?
I don't know. Yeah, just leave Mahakam. That will be good.
When judging my subjects, I would sometimes not know who bore the greater guilt.
Said Meve.
But as ruler, I had to reach a verdict, often a harsh one.
The queen returned her sword to its sheath.
This is not my land,
Meve said.
nor are these my subjects. I don't have to choose the lesser evil.
Meve!
Gabor hissed.
Brewer will be furious.
Let him. And you, dragon, swear me this. When you heal, you shall leave Mahakam and never return.
You've my word. And my gratitude.
Meve was about to leave the cavern when the dragon blocked her way with its tail, then gathered a smattering of valuables at the queen's feet. Each would be the prize of the Lyrian crown jewels.
8,000.
News that Meve had spared the dragon, which had killed dozens of dwarves, did indeed enrage the inhabitants of Mahakam, the Ferences in particular. But when the clans considered driving the Lyrians from the pass, Elder Vavrenek opposed it. No matter what happened after, he had sworn Meve his undying gratitude.
Your Grace, 'tis not right.
Calm down, Sir Ake. What's the problem?
The deed you've committed, most foul. As the good book says, whosoever standeth idle in the face of evil proveth guilty of the same.
I think I'm about to lose Ike as well.
Know that I never stand idle. Yet I cannot stop you from doing so. Thus I must leave. I refuse to play any part in the wickedness you perpetrate.
Sir Ake.
Farewell, Queen. And may the gods have pity on your soul.
I'm gonna have a hard time. Like, Ike left and Rayla left. I kicked Rayla out, but still. Okay, let's change our trophy, I guess. Maybe. So our trophy was the Manticore trophy. I was using it because Ike was very, I don't know, he was affected by it, but now since Ike isn't here, the Manticore trophy is the one we have. When Meve uses a ability, reduce her cooldown by 1. Damage the lowest enemy by 2. Repeat until charges are depleted. Every turn and turn increase charge count by 1. On round end, that charges to 0. Whenever an ally appears, strengthen it by 1 and give it 1 armor. This is good and this is good. I don't know what to choose. Let's choose the scepter. Okay, let's remove the Manticore trophy. The scepter in. Because it's gonna do the same thing, but on a different scale. Like, we could kill people using it by holding in charges. Let's go. Yeah, I think we have a little bit of money, so let's at least improve some things, I guess. I don't need that. Yeah, I don't need more units. I need improved units, so let's go for that. I already have space cavalry. I can improve the bomber, and maybe I can improve the slinger as well as the cavalry. I think I might go for this route right now. This and this, and let's actually create some strays of Spala, because yeah, I have bomber plus now. Let's create some strays of Spala, or slinger plus as well, because like once we what was I about to say? Yeah, once we burn a road, like these trees are going to be really helpful because they will damage everybody by 5 on a burn road, which is a lot of damage. There's something else I missed, I guess. Oh, I have, yeah, Strays of Cavalry plus 2 damage instead of 1, which is good. So even though my units have left, I have, I think, made better units. I have better units. I think. Hopefully, I do. Let's see if we can talk to anybody. You know, for a moment there, I was starting to like think the game doesn't care about your choices. It's like I used to think the choices only affected morale, but looking at how the choices have affected other stuff as well. Like for example, when I didn't slay the dragon, Ike left, and I had a choice to pull Ryla or let her leave. Like those choices actually mattered, and those would change the difficulty of the game. That's better, I guess. Okay, let's read the letter. Ideas. Lang Scout, a lens that makes an object appear more distant. Why? Okay. Pudscope, a subterranean periscope used in potato cultivation. Doublegaff, a double-sided fork. Hyponixolia, snowshoes for horses, can also be used as rackets. Clucks. Cluck. Cluck. Clucks. Woodies for chickens. Lumiam, a lamp derived from Florence. Okay. I didn't understand the last few ones, but I guess there is some lore I need to understand before I understand that.
Meave squinted, the better to see the scene. Several dozen dwarves had gathered on the cliff overlooking the chasm. All were turned towards a ramp, at the peak of which stood a barrel.
What is that gathering about?
Asked the queen.
Have we a feast day?
Nay,
Answered Gabor grimly.
'tis an execution.
A hairy head peeked out of the barrel. The long, pointy nose and ears left no doubt that it belonged to a gnome. The first Meave had ever seen in her life.
Help! Save me!
The gnome yelled.
They aim to kill me! Cast me in the chasm!
Shut your maw!
Barked the dwarf standing next to him, who then shoved the gnome inside the barrel and covered it with a lid.
Your crimes! The sheer weight of him, hey? No lighter punishment is fitting.
The other gathered dwarves nodded approvingly. 2 gripped the barrel, lay it on its side, then lifted it to cast in the chasm, paying the thumping from inside it no heed.
I don't know. Let's find out at least.
Meave leapt from her horse and, ignoring Gabor's objections, scrambled up the ramp.
Oi! You're not allowed! Hey, damn it! What do you think you're doing?
I think it's obvious. Preventing the execution.
Thanks be to the gods!
Whoa, wench, you've no such right. Judgment's been handed down. Sentencing's done.
Yes, and a cruel sentence it is. One that prompts me to wonder what the accused did to deserve it.
Better to ask what he didn't do, the varmint. Arrived here with his peddler's wagon full of tricks and gadgets. Went from house to house, praised his rubbish to the high heavens. And what's it he sold us? Bombs that go off in your hand. Beer growth formula that makes your hair catch fire. Music boxes for the kiddies. Once cranked, they never plough in stop.
Is it true?
You needed but to loosen the screw in the back and...
Shut your maw, ye roaster. Doesn't it matter all that? 'Cause we'd have forgiven it if he hadn't broken our sacred rules and hallowed customs.
Which ones, if you don't mind me asking?
Enter the smithy, cap on his head, held nails tween his teeth, and poured fruit syrup in his beer. Raspberry! Blech.
Just the once, and but a few drops.
You got nothing to explain your villainy, scoundrel. Not a thing. And that's not even the worst. Saved his highest crime for the end. He was in a mine. And he whistled.
Oh damn, he whistled. He must be executed.
Oh, aye, that's bad. Shouldn't have done that.
Aye, he did. Whistled. Through his teeth. And hummed in harmony a long warble. We all heard it up and down the shaft, and our grand elders were clear. Death's the punishment. Death by barrel roll.
Wait 1 minute. What exactly does the Four Dwarfs Codex say? Which stricture did he violate?
What did... How's it a wench and a human one to boot know about the code?
This human wench has a head, and a capacious one. Well, have you an answer?
The code says thus. 'Tis a crime most grievous to whistle in a mine. Any dwarf committing the cock-up shall be placed in a barrel at once. Said barrel then to be rolled down a mountain.
Any dwarf. The situation's clear. If my senses do not deceive, the accused is a gnome.
Aye, but the code's not to be taken literal like. It's to be interpreted. What the ancient elders had in their heads, why, that's got to be divined.
Nothing to be divined here. You got to be a dwarf to be a dwarf, not no bloody gnome.
Gaffer's on my side now.
So, am I, meaning I'm free to go?
Perchance we ought to let the elder-in-chief rule on the matter.
Oh, aye. Oh, for we all ken how old Hoog loves been bothered with such things.
Ugh, fine. Now get the hell out of that barrel and out of my sight, you hairy hamshanker.
My lady, I haven't a way to thank you.
That we've yet to discuss. Perhaps first we should learn each other's names?
Aye, yes, of course. What a prat of me. Barnabas. Barnabas Beckenbauer. To friends, BB.
Meve, Queen of Lyria and Rivia.
Queen? Cows in the corn, kill me honoured. Your Majesty, obeisance due.
None necessary. Protocols for use at court, not beyond it. An inventor you deem yourself. Am I right?
Most assuredly. Though, truth be told, the dwarves saw no ingenuity in my craft. Seems I'm ahead of my time.
Fiery bursts in the palm of your hand. They shall be in fashion one day, to your mind.
Oh, nay, just a bit of misfortune, that's all that was. You see, I mistook mercury fulminate for saltpeter. The vials stood beside each other, see, and...
The details I need not know. But one matter I am curious about. Could you construct a bomb that would explode when desired? For instance, beneath my foe's feet as they stepped over it.
Of course I can. It's simple.
Okay.
Why then? You wish to show your gratitude? You must join my ranks. Assist me to defeat Nilfgaard.
Defeat Nilfgaard? Pure ambition, that is. But I'd have been a barrel of broken bones at the bottom of a ravine, if not for you. I'll do what you ask to pay off my debt.
Sure, let's see.
And thus, for the first time in Lyrian annals, a gnome enlisted with the army. And though Barnabas Beckenbauer was diminutive of body, this new recruit would prove his worth on more than one occasion.
That we have yet to see. But I got a gnome. Let's see how he is and if we can recruit him. Where is the gnome? Must be gold, I guess. I don't know. There it is. Barnabas. Create a trinket. Yeah. Let's talk to Barnabas.
Your Majesty, allow me once again to express my undying gratitude.
You're most welcome, Barnabas, but please, we haven't need for any formalities when speaking alone.
Well, of course. How might I help you then?
I like to know. No, I must know who I travel with. Please do tell me about yourself.
About me? I've most civil relations with dwarves, as you saw. But is there anything in particular you'd like to know?
Why not start at the beginning? Tell me where you hail from, perhaps.
Oh, right. I was born in the distant south, in Tir Tokhair. My mother was a washerwife, my father, an armourer. Soon as I'd passed 40 winters and could strike out on my own, I left the family, my native parts. So I've been on the road now about, 20-odd years.
Indeed. A rather long while. Did the south simply not suit you?
Oh, I wouldn't say that exactly. It's just staying would have meant stepping into my father's shoes. Then forging blade after blade, plate after plate. Oh, just thinking on it sets my head a-spinning. Not for me, that, no. No, nature. The world's so rich in mysteries, in wonders left to discover, and ways to make it a better place.
By building bombs that explode in the hand, for instance.
As those bearded fellas say, Mahakam wasn't built in a day. Besides, nobody was seriously hurt by those malfunctions. Not many, at any rate.
At the moment, have you any invention you've worked on? One that's near complete?
Oh, so kind. Oh, wonderful, you should ask. See, I've ever had an avian fascination. For birds, you see. Their wings, bones. The structure's perfect. The aerodynamicism, the plumage. In short, I believe I can fly.
Believe I can fly.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, I'm learning to fly. Fly. You've not misheard. I, Barnabas Beckenbauer, will be the first gnome... what am I saying? The first mammal to free himself of the soil's bondage and soar to the clouds.
Doesn't this world have bats?
But aren't bats also?
That's what you have.
A detail. This is no time to be petty. No, but frankly, my preparations are far advanced, and I'm rather optimistic about my design and prospects. I've calculated every trajectory, every force. It all works out. Just need to do a few more field tests.
Did you have volunteers try it, or did you test the design yourself?
Naturally, I must stay on the ground, who take all the measurements elsewise. Luckily, there's no lack of thrill-seekers in Mahakam. Most eager to etch themselves into the annals. My first prototype, the Skylicker, I dubbed it. Oh, Your Majesty, if you'd only seen the beauty. Flew over 120 ells.
Truly? Colour me impressed indeed. He must have made quite the name for himself, your brave volunteer. I'm certain he's caught the eye of every she-dwarf in Mahakam since.
Oh no, he's dead. The landing, it was rough. And then a bear sauntered by, didn't help any. Anyhow, as he died, the dwarf swore he regretted nothing. Brave lad. A bit daft, though.
I see. But the next time you request I try one of your inventions, I'd ask you to remind me of this touching tale. Time I attended to other
Yes, you're still here. Off you go, then.
It's funny. Let's exit the camp and talk to this guy.
You change your mind, lass, let me know, eh? Got the barrel ready and waiting. You change your... Well, a damn shame. What with such good visibility today, too? You change your...
Okay, he has just 2 dialogue options. Fine. Let's go here. Let's look at our map again. Oh, so we go here, we go down here, let's do this objective, and then I think we might need to go up. And there's also a village.
Every year more monsters crawl out for spring cleaning.
Yes, that's what I'm about to clean up. Okay, there's also a battle here, and a puzzle up top. Let's talk to the guy.
Remember, if you pass a snail en route to the mine, share a wee bite with them.
Okay.
Never, ever whistle in the mines.
Okay.
Now hold on. Pour you some hooch first. Makes for merrier marching when things get frosty.
What's the plus? Oh, I think the morale was supposed to increase, but I had the highest
Every
morale.
year, remember, never, never.
Okay. Let's go.
The blizzard's blowing in. Your Grace, perhaps we'd best pitch camp and wait for clear weather.
Tain't a bad idea. Said we might be waiting a week.
Then we march on. We've no time to waste. While we ride to and fro begging aid, Nilfgaard grows in power. We must obtain reinforcements as quickly as possible and liberate our home.
Let's talk to the dragon. Oh, I mean fight the dragon. Fight the dragon. The dwarves of Markan have often spent eyes trained skyward for 2 reasons. First, to watch for avalanches. Second, to ensure no hungry forktails or slicers are sweeping down to take a quick bite. It's a standard battle. I have been missing a standard battle for so long. Let's do a standard battle. Let's hide our cards. Sorry. Let's hide our cards and see. Permanent resilience on round start, spawn a harpy egg. Okay, on each side of this unit. After 4 turns, turn start, consume the lowest units on the battlefield. Okay, this guy I have to destroy as soon as I can. Let's show cards. Let's remove these. Strays of Spala is good. Let's also remove this for once. For now, yeah, let's actually Gascon would be helpful. Oh, this is an order now instead of a deploy thing, which is nice. Let's also remove this card, and for now let's remove the Pathfinder as well. And yeah, I think this is fine for now. Cool. So this will damage 2 units and increase 1 charge every turn, right? So on a harpy. What's a harpy? Harpy is 1 with 4. Cool. Let's start with this guy.
Without hesitation.
And hopefully double game.
My favourite cut of lamb, the shank.
Okay, that's fine. I guess let's kill these guys. Okay. Yeah, and let's end our turn. Okay. So let's set this.
This could hurt.
And end the turn. Okay. Let's also set.
Watch your heads.
And also let's end the turn. And I think we can damage 3 of these. 5 each. Is the damage enemy? Okay, I think yeah, killing this right now would be a good option. So let's play this card.
Hammer done in a jiffy.
Damage a unit by 10. Let's damage this by 2. Why did this get damaged? I don't know, but that's fine. And this has 4 charges. This. Let's end the turn. What else can we do? Okay, let's units around. You. Oh, let's end the turn, and I think I will pass down, and so will the enemy. Okay, this is good. Yeah, I think I'll remove this card. What did I get? I got this card. So let's start with the drum.
Left, right, left, right.
To bring a unit and also bring this unit like this, and you can damage both of them by and we can also and let's end the turn. Okay, the wind chill is gonna make it hard. Do that like I don't know, do these like last after like what am I saying, these like, do these effects last after turns? I don't know. Let's use our main guy.
Discipline shall bring us victory!
And use him to call one more guy.
Aye.
End turn. Yeah, I think I can pass now, like, so that I actually end up with having enough cards that I can win the match later on. Good. Let's start by creating a bronze card, because why not? Let's use her, and let's go over here, use this unit. Yeah, and let's end the turn for now. The wind chill is gonna be hard, but we can get through it. Let's start with Gascon.
Coin never stinks, no matter how rank the pouch.
Use her abilities right now. Also foil right now. this, I guess. Need all the cards. Let's use this ability.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Put this in. I'm good. Let's try our talisman. I don't know what it did, but it did something. Okay, it attacks the lowest unit. Okay, now it makes more sense, I guess. Let's move a unit
That
here.
hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Yeah, there. Wow. That's this unit.
As ordered.
And we give them one order each. Let's use his order to attack these 3 units. And his order to attack this, and maybe this unit. Yeah, and I think I can kill this unit, but like again, another harpy will spawn, so that's not good. So let them return. Yeah. Let's deploy
Looking to
this.
dance, mate?
Damage a unit by 5. Then let's damage this unit by 5. Let's attack. Why not? And let's attack this unit. Let's kill that unit. And let's end the turn. Finally, first we attack this, and then we swallow this card.
I only use 4 pieces, except sometimes they're quite fresh.
Okay. Where do I think I'll find a letter or some sort? Yeah. Oh, I didn't. This was something new. Let's go. Your Majesty, a Shrida hides in the mine. According to Gabor, her name is Stanka Moran, a renegade and thief sought by every clan. We should dispatch a few guards, but if we let her go, she's promised to show us where to find the buried treasure of extraordinary value. Nah, dude, you're going in. Like, I'm fine with not getting the multiplayer chests. I don't need them. Hopefully, it was okay. My morale is still high, so I'll do something else and then maybe hopefully come back to the shrine. That's here. Yeah, there are battles here, so hopefully, or hopefully what I'm saying is like my players will morale. Then I'll come back and the morale up.
Neve rode on in silence, endeavoring to work out the length of her exile thus far. A scout's call tore her from her reverie.
Your Grace! You must see this!
With a grave mien, the soldier indicated a track in the snow. The hobnail boot print was all too familiar. Neve had seen it before, upon Lyria's sandy tracks, and midst the ashes to which Edern had been turned.
Nilfgaardian footmen.
Seethed Neve.
Marched through of late.
Interrupted Gascon.
A day, perhaps 2 days past.
Damn. How did they get into the Dwarven place?
The scouts had learned a Nilfgaardian caravan with an armed escort had recently arrived in Mahakar. The invaders had brought with them chests brimming with gold and jewels, then exchanged these for the finest Mahakaman-forged swords and spears. A scout gave me one of the coins the Blackclads had used for payment. Upon the coin's back, The Lyrian Eagle,
They pay with gold from my vault
the Queen said through gritted teeth.
for arms that will cut down my fighting men and subjects.
We might yet pursue and hunt them down,
Said Reynard, a spark in his eye.
and make certain Ed Dahi never lays hands on those weapons.
You might, I can.
Piped up Gabor, who had been listening to their exchange.
But you might also recall, we Mahakamans are neutrals who assure all guests within our borders safety. True, formally speaking, the Nilfgaardians have passed outside them, but attack them a stone's throw from our gates, and you'll see Brewer's rage come out his ears as steam, and out his arse as fire.
I don't know. Let's ignore the caravan.
No war's outcome has been swayed by a few wagons of arms, no matter their quality.
Said the Queen, vaulting into her saddle.
Yet if we turn Brewer against us, I dare say we shall never wrest our land from black-clad hands.
The Queen's men regretted her reluctance to attack, but none tried to dissuade her. They knew her too well.
Remember, the lads and lassies, wash your beard with herbal rinse before and after every shift. If you pass a sailor on the route to the mine, share a wee bite with him. If a hare, dove, or thrush crosses your path, stop where you are and never ever whistle in the mine. Okay, like, I have two things to discuss here. Like, one thing, they have to move the story forward, so I don't know if, like, any of those decisions matter where, like, you can anger the king, because I really don't know if that is even possible, you know, to anger the king and, like, stop the story from happening. It's just like, hey, you angered the king too much, so you lost the game, something like that. I don't know, but keeping that in mind, I want to make some decisions that might, I'm hoping they might affect the outcome, but I'm not sure. Okay, we have a floating demon person. While the human kingdoms are mere hundreds of years old, the chronicles of Mahakam stretch back millennia. Over its long history, the mountainous region has been home to many great discoveries, heroic deeds, terrible crimes. The dwarves, however, preferred to keep silent about past conflicts, instead emphasizing brotherhood above all else. Yet the stain of shed blood and alabaster snow is difficult to truly forgive and forget, and its continued memory attracts beasts that thrive on injustice and suffering. Kill the beast. Okay, it's a puzzle. Let's do a puzzle. Okay, let's see what they have. Every turn, a turn has spawned 4 bargets with 4 power. If there are bargets on the battlefield, gain immune. So I have to kill all 4 of these before I can attack this directly. Let's see what I have. Destroy the lowest units, which will destroy all 4 units. Damage an enemy by 3. Whenever an ally is destroyed, gain 1 charge. So I can attack at least a minimum of 6 on some unit. There are units power equal to the unit on the left. Okay. Damage a unit by 4. If it was destroyed, repeat this ability. I can use this to damage all of them and then damage this unit. Destroy the lowest units again. I don't know how, like, where power comes in this, but so let's start with this person. Okay, I think the power comes from this. Like, I'll set it to a unit on the left, and then I don't know. So yeah, let's start with this. And, like,
don't you worry yourself with Grace. We'll get her done in no time.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that's why we need to put the power. Let's pass and we try again. So what we need to do is let's first play this unit. And then we play this unit.
Don't you worry yourself, Your Grace. We'll get it done in no time.
Oh, on the left, sorry. So let's play this unit on the left. Yeah. I think we need to...
Fishing in the moat? Oh, dead.
Come on! I won't kill my own unit! Okay, I need to come up with a new strategy. Restart. Yeah, let's start with this. Fine. Left.
If anyone asks, you've not seen me.
Fishing in the moat? Oh, dead.
Okay, this is not gonna work. I need to try something else again. Okay, let's first start with this unit.
Don't you worry yourself, Your Grace. We'll get it done in no time.
Enter. Then let's keep this unit here. And then let's do this.
There's been a mistake.
This.
I'm no mage.
There. And then let's do... I don't know. Let's try this now. And damage any unit by 3. 2 charges. So it has 3 charges. 3, 3, 3, 9. Oh, I got it. I got it. Okay, I got it. I exactly got what I need to do. So first, like the plan states,
Don't you worry yourself, Your Grace.
build
We'll get it
4
done in no
these
time.
that we need to have in the unit. Okay, this is done. Next we play this unit here. It's done. Next we play this unit here.
If anyone asks, you've not
that
seen me.
unit to be 8. We're done. Next we play this unit anywhere.
There's
Tell
been a
this unit
mistake.
to be 4.
I'm no
It's
mage.
done. Now, since all of these have 4, this will gain 3 charges when I damage the lowest unit, which is now. And this has 5 charges, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was a really good puzzle, to be honest. Okay, let's look at our map again. Okay, we're good. We need to pick up some item here. We'll be returning there if after a battle when my troops become low on morale. But for now, let's keep going through the blizzard. Yeah. Let's go here. Is there anything?
We shan't pass this way.
Oh, Rainy, whatever would we do without you? Plummet off the cliff like lemmings, no doubt.
Uh, I'm starting to really like Gascon for some reason. I think this is the objective. Oh, really nice mountains though. Let's do this.
Meve squinted and gazed off into the distance. It seemed to her that hundreds of black patches covered the peaks on the horizon. Once she had ridden up closer, she realized these were the windows of homes carved out of solid rock.
Our pride this was,
sighed Gabor.
Borough's Rump. A city carved out of mountain rock. Hundreds of miles of tunnels, dozens of steelworks, smithies and forges. Now, it's a vast lair to monsters. They ooze from underground, weave their nests, hatch their young, and when hunger hits them in the gut, they prowl down into the pass.
Meve stood at the entrance to the underground city. The monumental gate, cast in bronze, lay on the ground, folded multiple times as a scroll of paper. Out of blackened windows oozed a stench of rotting meat and mold. The Queen bent an ear to hear water dripping, and, in the distance, a metallic scraping. A sound akin to chitinous scales rubbing against rock.
The soldiers await your order, Your Grace,
said Reynard quietly, as if he feared he would wake the beasts asleep in the caverns.
Do you recall my words as we fled Lyria?
Said Meve, turning to Reynard.
You swore you would retake your crown, even if you had to penetrate hell to do so.
Time to follow that oath.
The Queen inhaled deeply and stepped forward, her sword raised and prepared to strike or parry. Moments later, it was swinging, biting, as the current tenants of Borough's Rump came out to meet her.
Okay, once upon a time, the Fuchs clan, mined Borough's Rump for iron ore. When the Rump's last veiny deposit was extracted, the dwarves, with their hallmark pragmatism, repurposed the spent shafts into living quarters. Little did they know that their innovative housing project would soon shelter an unanticipated class of tenants. Destroy the monster's nest. Okay, let's try and destroy the monster's nest. The whispers are really haunting though, like in the music. Let's hide the cards. What's the most? Every 3 turns and spawn a slicer damages itself by 10 whenever a slicer is destroyed. So we need to attack and destroy slicers. Yeah, burning is a very good idea. Let's also remove this because we don't need a boost. Let's add. I don't need you. And I don't need you.
Oh, this stench is foul.
I'd like to make it known that us gnomes don't run so fast. You know, in case you were planning to skip out on the quick.
Let's start by burning the top row.
I smell a leak.
And let's remove these two and like add.
Don't like this.
I live to serve you.
Why not? Yeah, and let's attack this guy.
Ah, damn it! They're hatching! Place is about to swarm with creepers!
Sure, why not? Just one hatch and he's like, hey, let's run away. Okay, these are slicers. So what is every turn and destroy the lowest unit and boost a random ally by its power. Okay. Let's also
You mad?
burn
Don't
this
say
row
that!
because we don't need to. If we kill these two, we'll get 2 more. That's no use. Let's end the turn for now. Okay. This is good. What else can I do? Let's create a trinket. Why not?
What? Oh, yes, I'm on it.
Deploy 2 units and set their power to 1. Boost allies by 2 and damage enemies by 2. Damage the highest unit in battle by up to 15. Then boost the lowest unit by the amount damaged. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, sure, the egg can have all the... Let's try this. I think like we can destroy at least 2 harpy eggs. Should we want to? Like, yeah. I think we want to kill this guy first. Like, I don't know. Let's end the turn. Yeah, I need to start killing Slicers, because if I kill Slicers, then let's do this guy.
The white of an eye from half a league away.
And let's move this, this, and this. The more Slicers I kill, like the more damage this takes. Let's kill this Slicer as well. Why not? Let's end our turn. Slicer's dead. Okay, this is a good amount of damage. I think I can... Yeah, let's do this card and let's just
Left, right, left, right.
Let's end the turn.
Again and again and again.
Let's play this guy
We'll
and
catch 'em
attack
all!
this guy. And let's end the turn. Ooh, we have one more Slicer. Okay.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
This means I can move this card, and hopefully this card. Yes, this is about to die, which is good. And I can attack it by 10, which will destroy it, which is awesome.
Oh, could murder a pint.
And let's also damage this unit by...
This way! Follow me!
Oh, we're done. That wasn't optional. Like, as soon as I
Though
killed him.
wounded, Meve approached the Shaelmar, which lay writhing on the ground. She then ran her sword through its heart, finishing it. Yet so spent was she that she lacked the strength to pull her blade from between the plates of the chitinous armor.
The beast blade took me.
She whispered.
It was very close.
The Lyrians reached a vast hall that had once served the clans as their meeting room. The stone benches were covered in sticky slime and insectoid eggs, while bats of varying size hung from the crystal chandeliers. Gascon rummaged through old, weathered bones, surely hoping to find something of value. Gabor, in turn, was at a shut and locked door, grappling with it as if it were a deadly beast. The door finally gave way with a sigh, and the dwarf raised his arms in a triumphant gesture.
It's a storeroom. Should hold miners' tools aplenty,
he said, enthused.
Some barrels of alchemical brews in here too. Lucky there's no sign of moisture. They haven't soaked through. Alls we've got to do is roll them out into the corridor and set a bit of fire to them. And woof! We'll have sealed the beasts off from the pass once and for all.
Meve treated the dwarves' instructions as hallowed. Soon after, the mountains trembled from a powerful explosion. Rubble came down and blocked the tunnels. They say the plumes of smoke escaping the window openings in the rock could be seen as far as Aldersburg.
Okay. I didn't see any like openings here. Turns out they were here. I'm getting a lot of money, which is good, I guess. Let's see. Yeah. So let's carry on. As if you're lost and alone and you're feeling like a stone, carry on. My queen, our scouts noticed a glimmer in the eye of the bas-relief sculpture. We could scale it, but our engineers would have to prepare proper equipment. Though a fall from the height is sure to result in a broken neck. What is your command? I wish to know what it is. Tell the engineers to get to work. Yo. More trinkets for me, I guess. Let's keep moving. Let's first let's first do this. I was gonna open the map anyways. Where's our second target? Oh, it's here. So we need to go through here and get to here. So yeah, let's do these things and then I think we'll be done for this episode.
Dark clouds hovered over the horizon and a strong gale snapped their banners.
Damn it, a storm's coming. Gabor! Take us to the nearest settlement. We must seek shelter.
Soon the Lyrians arrived in Stuhlkamp. The town square proved full of folk. Several dozen dwarves laden with large sacks and satchels stood about in smaller groups. When a thick snow began to fall, the dwarves cheered. Tears streamed down the cheeks of several, but Meve could not tell if they issued from some fortuitous occurrence, or if the strong wind had wrung moisture from their eyes.
What is it we witness? Why do they rejoice at a snowstorm?
Asked Meve, pulling her hood over her head.
Well, the Blizzard's good cause to postpone their expedition by another day.
Gabor responded.
See, they've been conscripted by drawn lots to be settlers. Found homes in a village in Blackbrook Vale. 7 expeditions have gone that way already, and none survived longer than a year. Valley's cursed. No two ways about it.
Intrigued, Meve proceeded to speak with the settlers' leader. He confirmed Gabor's claim. He had buried many a previous colonist. All had been abnormally thin, pale, prematurely greyed, as if some wraith had drawn the lifeblood out of them. Once the dwarf had finished his tale, he gripped the queen's hand firmly, and promising a generous reward, begged that she and her Lyrians accompany the expedition to Blackbrook Valley.
Tain't far. Mere few leagues north along the main road. We'll make the march much easier to ken with the whole army, in case of any danger.
I know not how useful our swords can be against curses and spectres,
said Meve.
But leave you bereft and in need I will not. We shall march with you into Blackbrook Vale and see to it that you are safely arrived. Then we will march on.
The dwarf sped off to announce the good tidings to his settler brethren. By the time the blizzard had abated, they were ready to march.
Okay. No more blizzard. Cool. So let's finish. At least let's finish. Yeah, let's finish until the bridge, I guess. Or yeah, let's just finish. Let's just collect this and be done with the episode, because I really don't want episodes to be really long. Or we can end it here right now.
Be bold. Take on challenges.
Let's just talk to this guy and collect.
But before you set out to do anything,
2 resources.
buy yourself some proper insurance.
That's a good plan.
Always darkest for the dawn. Or when the last candle in the mine goes out. Waiting's painful. Forgetting's painful. But an arse dragged across cinders is the worst kind of suffering. Fall down 7 times, get a bait. Then clobber the dunderhead who keeps shoving you. Fall down 7.
I love this
painful.
guy. Okay, let's get this and then get this. Let's look at the reports, and I think then we're done for the today. Document found gates barricaded. Those blasted arsewives from fire outside the window. Monsters everywhere. No way out. If anyone reads this, the Elder Chief, he's gotta be told. I'll tell him. Don't worry about it. I think we have a new card. Let's look at our new card, which is this. Draw 2 units and set the power to 1. Let's actually remove the bone talisman because I don't use it much. And let's try this. Yeah. Let's look at our map, which is not here. Let's look at our map. Yeah, I think we'll stop here today, and then the next day we'll do the puzzles and everything, and then try to move towards our objective. But yeah, for now, let's save and exit to main menu, and let's move to a bigger screen. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please like and subscribe. And yeah, that's it. Goodbye.